Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Jeff Crouere Show. I'm Jeff Crouere. In this episode, we're going to talk about, again, the importance of this upcoming midterm election, the most important election that we faced as a country ever. Why? Because this country is going in such a bad direction in so many different areas, and the Democrats, of course, are in charge. The Republicans need to win. They must win. They've got to win. But we've got some problems that we need to address right now. And, of course, Republicans need to play hardball with these Democrats. They need to go after the Democrats and what they've done. They need to highlight their differences on several key issues. Number one, of course, is the biggest problem facing our country, and that is the border. We've got a wide open border. Last year, 2.5 million illegals streamed into this country. This year, the estimate could be double that, triple that, because the numbers are so much higher, and the Biden administration has relaxed things. And of course, you've got Title 42. So Republican governors are now talking about taking action. Ron DeSantis, Greg Abbott are talking about shipping some of the illegals to Delaware or Washington, D.C., and all that is fine and dandy, but we need to secure the border. Greg Abbott has got to be building a border wall, putting the National Guard at the border. We need people from all over the country securing the border, since the Biden administration won't do it. So that needs to be number one as far as the issues going before the voters this fall. Without a secure country, without sovereignty, without a country that has a secure border, we don't really have a secure country. Who knows what kind of threats have come into this country from all these illegals, terrorists, weapons, bombs, drugs. Of course, we've got health threats. And then the worst thing about it is people come here, they take jobs away from Americans, and they send their money back home. It takes it out of the economy. And of course, taxpayers are giving them all sorts of benefits that they're not paying for since they don't pay taxes. It's all because the Democrats want these people for the vote. It's all about their electoral scheme, which leads to the other important issue, and that is election integrity. We need to make sure that this election is a normal election. And by that, I mean people vote at the polls. They vote on election day. You don't have what you had in 2020. And that is this massive campaign of mail-in balloting. What happens with mail-in balloting? The potential for massive fraud. We've seen it in states all over the country. We can't have a massive expansion of mail-in balloting. We have to have a normal election where most people vote on election day with ID. There's nothing racist about ID. People need to show ID, show who they are, and only those who have identification should be allowed to vote. We also need to get rid of this whole ballot harvesting concept where people go around and collect ballots. That to me is insane. And then, of course, the drop boxes. We've seen video of people stuffing drop boxes with all kinds of ballots. That's got to end as well. So election integrity, border security go hand in hand to make this midterm election possible for the Republicans. Those are issues that their voters need to hear. Voters need to hear the Republicans are going to be focused on securing our country and securing the election. And they better work between now and the midterm election to make sure we are going to have election integrity. Or guess what? We're going to have problems again like we had in 2020. We cannot afford another election like 2020. This upcoming election has to be secure. The turnout has to be massive to make sure there are no problems. And we need to turn this country around and move it in a different direction. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get more information. Go to crouere.net. You can learn everything about the shows and all our upcoming activities. Thank you so much for watching The Jeff Crouere Show.